10th Infantry Battalion Battalion traces its humble beginnings from the original 10th Battalion Combat Team, which was activated on August 24, 1949 under Lieutenant Colonel Mariano Azurin. It was then deployed to the different parts of the country, fighting against secessionists, terrorists, and lawless armed groups. Since its activation, the 10th Infantry Battalion Battalion has been led by 39 commanders and is presently commanded by Lieutenant Colonel Ryan Severo. During the Korean War, the unit earned its reputation among other United Nations forces as the Fighting Ten, when it proved its mettle in the bloody battle in Yultong, South Korea, by repelling the advancing North Korean forces supported by the Soviet Union and China. It was during this time the legendary battle cry, "Steady on," was coined. At the end of the Battle of Yultong, the Fighting Ten had lost 43 of its courageous men. In spite of this, the unit was able to reap the glory of its remarkable combat performance, which included 1 Medal of Valor, 6 Distinguished Count of Star, 1 Distinguished Service Star, 11 Gold Cross medals, and 15 Military Merit medals. Upon the unit's return in the Philippines, the 10th PCT was accorded with the Hero's Welcome by the government. It was eventually relieved in place under Lieutenant Colonel Cariaga on September 15, 1951. The unit was later dispatched to Pampanga and Cagayan Valley to destroy the growing Hukbalahap rebellion in central Luzon. After fighting against the Hukbalahap, the unit spent almost a year running after outlaws and bandits from Holosulu. In 1962, the 10th PCT was deployed in different parts of Visayas and Luzon, until it was deactivated and subsequently activated as the 10th Infantry Battalion under Colonel Melchor de la Cruz, who assumed the role of its pioneering battalion commander. On May 18, 1976, the 10 IB under the command of Lieutenant Colonel Fortunato de Lasa was deployed to Paticul, Sulu, steered by the infamous Danag Massacre, where Brigadier General Chudolfo Bautista was treacherously killed in action on October 10, 1977 by Usman Sali. The 10 IB immediately deployed its troops and was able to clear the rebel-infested area and recovered the remains of the victims. On June 10, 1986, the unit under Lieutenant Colonel Jose Sabillano left Joloan and was deployed in Osamis City, with Misamis Occidental as the battalion's new AOR. The unit shifted its strategy to counter-insurgency operation to destroy the New People's Army upsurge in the province. On June 10, 2017, 10 IB was directed to reinforce the combined forces deployed in liberating Marawi City from the ISIS-mounted terrorist group. The following day, 14 officers and 381 enlisted personnel, who were led by Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan Ovena, were airlifted from Holosulu to Laguindingan Airport. On June 18, 2017, the battalion was deployed in the main battle area together with the other special units of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Philippine National Police, and Philippine Coast Guard. On August 15, 2017, Lieutenant Colonel Ryan Severo took over the commandership of the battalion after the unit had suffered a number of casualties. As the fighting in the MBA progressed, the battalion adapted to the situation, developed its own tactics, techniques, and procedures, and fought side by side with the other combat units. The engineers, armor, and artillery made up a formidable combined arms force. After 148 days, Marawi City was liberated from the Mauti ISIS terrorists. The battalion recorded 54 encounters, cleared 988 buildings, 18 confirmed enemy killed by snipers, recovered 32 high-powered firearms, 14 IEDs, and numerous war material. The battalion incurred a total of 11 personnel killed in action and 115 wounded in action. Despite the huge number of casualties, the battalion lived up to its warrior tradition to stay in the fight until the last day of the battle. After the liberation of Marawi, 223 members of the unit were given meritorious awards, and 219 were promoted to a higher rank. On December 11, 2017, the unit moved to its new headquarters at Barangay Burgos or Queta City and was placed under the operational control of the 102nd Brigade. This time, the battalion was again selected to fight against the CPP-NPA operating in the infamous Mount Palindang. On January 2018, the unit launched its campaign plan as the Joint Task Group Igsuan main effort with the mission to destroy Section Committee's codename Joji and Sendong under the Western Mindanao Regional Party Committee. Because of the unit's dedicated officers and enlisted personnel, the battalion formed alliances and forged partnerships with the national government agencies, provincial government of Misamis Occidental, local government units, and non-government organizations to isolate the communist terrorists and gather support from the people of Misamis Occidental. With these activities, the Enhanced Comprehensive Local Integration Program of the Duterte administration was successfully implemented in Misamis Occidental. For over 69 years, the 10th Infantry Stadion Battalion has lived up to its reputation and has stood firm in its commitment of protecting the people and defending the sovereignty of our country. The courage, dedication, and brave hearts of past and today's Stadion troopers will continue to inspire the generations to come.
Sa langkay ng kabataan, sinili kami at tinirang. Tenlami kami iginagalang sa puso ni Numan. Stadion kong tagurian, samahan naming magigiting, na handang makipaglaban alang-alang sa inang bayan. Mga batang sa talgiting, di magugulat sa lagim. Kung ang mayan ang siyang dahilan, ay nakalaan ang buhay namin. Steady on, steady on, steady on, yan ang tatak ng 10IB. Sa karangalan at kagitingan, walang katumbas kailan pa man. Yan ay pating lalubos sa ating bayan at maging sa mga dayuhan. Stereo ng 10IB ay maasahan, alang-alang sa inang bayan. Sadyang makulay ang kasaysayan mula sa Korea, Isabela, sa gitnang Luzon at sa buong Lanao. Pulot pa sila na'y lumalaban. Kami kasapi, masisigasig ang karangalan naming taglay. Buhay at dugo namin nakalaan, alang-alang sa inang bayan. Ang 10IB ay di mapantayan,